The infamous red drip. Green drip. I'll make sure my speaker and all that stuff back up. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I love y'all. I'm up to get myself together, finna get ready. Get my bags together, but y'all know I miss y'all. Y'all know I couldn't wait to talk to y'all and tell y'all and stuff, everything. But y'all know I was excited / tired yesterday too. Hold on. Okay. So, now y'all gotta let me know what y'all wanna ask or whatever. Then I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me tell y'all how. And see, yesterday was Tuesday, so y'all know we missed Thankful Tuesday, Testimonial Tuesday, but we really didn't because I came back and posted last night. But then yesterday, I was just so thankful and thrilled, and because y'all don't know, I told y'all there's a story behind my madness and my method. So I told y'all, all right. Whew, I'm still excited. All right, so we didn't have no tickets or nothing, right? We didn't have no tickets. We called, we tried to get them on the website, we tried to get them online. We didn't have no tickets, right? So I still went to the rental car place, rented me a car. I still told her I was on the way. I told her we wanted to return Quan funeral. Look, she was right with it. We ain't had nobody ticket, y'all. That's why I went on and decided to do my live here while I was still here with my witnesses and stuff, okay? Okay, so we ain't had no tickets, no nothing. So we go, we get dressed, we go out there early, like we got a confirmation number. We go out there, so we get to the front, stop laughing, hold on. Okay, so we get to the front, right? So y'all know it's always us at the front, right? So she was like, well, you gotta have a ticket, and ain't no way that you can order them or get them at the last minute, and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. So I'm just like, if it's free to the public, ain't no way I ain't getting in. Ain't no way I ain't getting in. They can't turn me around. So, I had already told y'all that I had stepped out on my stupid, crazy face. So, let me tell you what happened. So, as we standing out in the front, we ain't got no tickets, y'all. We stuck. We ain't got no tickets. We just came. Because I'm thinking that it was going to be different set up anyway. I'm thinking like people going to be outside all hanging around and like groupies. And that's why I said I'm finna go be a groupie. And people going to be trying to get to him and stuff like that or whatever. But I told y'all, saying when we pulled up, it was set up so nicely and decent and in order. So I'm like, where the people at? Or this ain't what I expected. Okay, boom, we standing outside now. We stuck. All right, bam. So, y'all know I be talking. So, boom, I seen a girl with her baby. So I be like, hey, baby, you got another ticket, whatever. Yeah. So she be like, yeah, I got 2 tickets. So I be like, let me use your other ticket to get in. So I left. My sister and them out there. So they had ended up coming up on 2 more tickets. But I found 2 more tickets on the inside. This dude had printed them out. I see it's a dude with some dreads. So I said, oh, he look like my cousin, my homeboy or something. He ought to know. All right, boom. Got his ticket. So as I'm going back out to get them, they coming in. Phone reception real bad. Y'all know everybody pulling off at the Wi-Fi at the funeral. So that's why the lives and the phone won't really pick up. Okay, bam. So now we in. So now the viewings was 7 to 8, 8 to 9, and 9 to 10. Cut off at 10. Funeral start at 11. Okay. So now we already got in the building. We ain't got no ticket. So you know we ain't leaving the building. We got to stay for the funeral. So we got about 2/3 hours, right? So I get up one time to come out to use the bathroom or something. I get up, I come out. So as I come out, that's when the lady came up to me and she was like, oh my God, it's you. It's you. So y'all know I don't be liking all that like that. Like a celebrity does now. Look, they thought I was a celebrity. Look, hold on, let me finish to you. Hold on, let me slow down. Okay. So she was like, oh my God, it's really you. It's really you. So she was like, I follow your story. I know your story from beginning to end. Now, y'all know, don't nobody be knowing my story from the beginning to the end. And y'all always think the bank video was my first video. But I told y'all it goes to the hospital and stuff. That girl stood up there and told me my whole story from the hospital all the way up until today. I promise. So I was like, you do know my whole story. She was like, yes. She was like, she over the civil rights summit. She finna get ready to do some kind of program and she want my help. So, yeah, I love doing it. I love it. Okay. So we still out there talking or whatever. So she was just telling me that I helped her through so many situations and through so many things or whatever. And then boom, the lady bust out. She was like, and I'm a civil rights activist. So I'm like, okay. So we went to talking about the wristbands and stuff like that because they were showing me Rich Homie Quan DJ and stuff. So the family had on wristbands, or like the immediate people, they had wristbands on. All the public didn't have nothing on. Okay. So I was like, man, I ain't no wristband. I was like, I want to be down there with the celebrities and the family. Shoot, I want to be down there VIP. So look, she was like, you want to go down there? So I was like, yeah. So she was like, come on. I said, girl, how you going to get me down there? She said, I'm going to walk you right down there. She was like, I'm in control of the funeral. I said, for real? Look, I said, stop playing. Look, then I noticed the walkie-talkie and the little thing and all that. But other than that, I was just talking to her like a regular person. You feel me? Okay. So I said, well, I got some people with me. You feel me? So she was like, go get them. Okay, look, so I go ahead of her because I got two people that I roll with. Then we done met another little cousin in the building while we sitting there for this X amount of hours, right? So I got another little cousin with me now, so I got 3 people with me. So I say, hey, so we go in the door. So y'all know at the auditorium. So as I come down, I just say, come on. So they just grab their purse and stuff, come on. So that's how we got down there in the VIP and stuff. And so by us being early, we was seated before like the family and stuff came in. So Boosie and them ended up coming in later, of course. That's how he ended up sitting in front of us. You feel me? Okay, so now we in here. We done came from no tickets to in the door to in the front. I said, Lord, look, I was just so hyped up yesterday. I was so crunk, and I was just thanking God. I was like, Lord, you don't play about me. That's why I be saying, God don't play about me. He don't play about me. He makes a way for me. And so he paved the way. And it was all because of the little butterfly lady. I ain't gonna say that. I said favor. Favor just got us through the door. But grace and mercy carried us through all that. And then so it was so many other butterflies and stuff there from everywhere. So, they was stopping me just like when I was on the video. And the lady came and jumped in our video. The lady came and jumped in our video, remember? And I was like, who is you? You want, and then she was like, I want to talk to you. And I was like, you want to talk to me? You feel me? Because she came out of nowhere and I was trying to go live and she just stuck her head in the video. And so then I found out she was a butterfly. And so then, she was telling her friend about it. So we started taking pictures and all that or whatever. So all the sign of security people was at the front the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So as I come out and come in at these different times and all these people like taking pictures and stuff, end up thinking that I was famous or notorious or something. Look. So I'm sitting down there with the family and stuff, all this or whatever. So we sitting down there, so we waiting. Now y'all know we did not supposed to have them phones in that auditorium, right? We was not supposed to have the phones in the auditorium, so that's why I did the video on it, you know, in the lobby or the entrance or whatever you want to call it. So I did the video in the entrance because we supposed to put our phones and stuff up. But you know, I had waited there so long. I was waiting there so long. I ain't had nothing else to do. So that's how my phone had got out, right? So, all right, so when Boots and them come in, they come in and they look First I promise y'all, I seen him come around the thing on the side, but he just had on a black shirt, you know what I'm saying? The regular little black shirt with the white dress pants and the belt looking regular, you feel me? But that chain what made him stood out. So I looked the first time, I was like, that look like Boosie. But then I said, don't worry about it, you know, because I thought Gucci Mane was in there too. I don't know if I seen him or not. But anyway, so I turned my head back or whatever. So when they came and sat on the seat and stuff in front of us, the people next to me, they were like, oh, that is Boosie. So I'm telling them, like, okay, wait a minute, wait. You feel me? I'm gonna say something, but you gotta wait. It ain't the time. You feel me? It ain't the time. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, first of all, it wasn't the time because we were waiting on the funeral. And then second of all, Boosie kind of standoffish. He cool, but I guess I could kind of relate to him because, you know, it's like, if I don't know you, he be like, and when they go to bomb rushing him and stuff, when all them people go to crown him, he get uppity or whatever, but he really down to earth or whatever. So we was sitting right there. So I had already took my phone out. Like I told you, I had snuck me a picture upside your head. You don't even know I got the picture. You feel me? I got the picture upside Boosie's head, but the screen got the dude Rollo on it. He was trying to tell me who the dude Rollo was, but I didn't know him. I'm thinking he was saying Rocco. Okay. So I had already snuck a picture, right? So at the end, so we get ready to go now because I haven't been here forever and a day. So they getting ready to bring the body, but we go out first. So Boosie and them still sitting down. That's how I ended up tapping him on the shoulder. So when I tapped him on the shoulder, I was like, Boosie boo, hey. I was like, can I get a picture? So he was like, oh yeah, you can get a picture. Because we had been there, I had been already laughing and talking with his fiance. They ain't know who I was paving the way. You feel me? So we had been laughing and playing through the little service. You feel me? Then they had church. Oh, they had some good church music. They had the choir sing. Look, y'all know how I am, right? So I had just got through saying I missed the choir. I was like, man, I miss singing in the choir. So they were like, you ain't in the choir no more. I was like, man, I left the whole church. So I was like, man, I miss being in the choir. So look, so y'all know when they was in there with the choir and stuff. Look, I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there. I'm already out of pocket. You feel me? I already ain't supposed to be up here. You know what I'm saying? But I love this song. You feel me? Then it's a funeral. I don't know if I'm supposed to be up clapping because I want to hit on the tambourine and jump around. You feel me? So I was just, it's like the leg went to wiggling. Y'all know that leg get to rocking. So look, my leg went to rocking. So they were still singing and clapping. I messed around, looked over there, and seen one of the rich homies, aunties, or somebody standing up having church. That's all I need. Baby, I stood up, I was clapping, I had a good time. I was singing, and I love that part. Y'all, look, okay, so I was just singing, clapping. So look, y'all know them people sitting in front of me, so I could see them. So Boosie and his little fiance and stuff, they was in the church part, you feel me? They was in the church part, and I liked that. Y'all know I'm an observer. So, anyway, so look, so I did all that. So it was, I had seen the song, I had church, I had got excited, I had fun. Okay, so then we sat back down. Now, I did not know, this the part that made me cry, for real, because, like I told y'all in the beginning, y'all know we could view the little gallery and stuff. And so out there, they had his crown on his head, but it was laying. And I didn't pay no attention. And I took a picture of it, and I still didn't know what it was. I was just taking a picture because it was there. You feel me? And so it was sitting on the thing, but I didn't know it was the top of the casket, y'all. I did not know it was the top of the casket. So in those pictures, that's what that burgundy thing. If you watch the funeral, which I found out they did it live or something. If you go to his website or Google his name or something, it's a link. But if you see where they brought the casket in, when they crowned him and closed it up, I didn't know that was the same casket that was sitting in the art gallery before the funeral. And so we was able to touch it. And so y'all know I be touching stuff and messing with stuff, but I ain't know what it was. So when they put it on his head, Lord Jesus, in the middle, I was like, Lord have mercy. I was like, I touched that crown. You feel me? Like, I really touched that crown, literally like playing with it, but I didn't know that was the crown. They were going to crown him at his funeral. You know, I thought it was something he had put on one of his shows or for an album or something, album cover or something like that. But I didn't know that they was going to get, and I definitely ain't paying no attention to no casket cover. You feel me? I ain't never seen no casket open like that, like a Japanese. I'm used to the tops being right there or whatever. But so let me tell y'all the first thing that I saw when so now I'm talking about the casket and the actual funeral. So we go in for the viewing of the body, right? So I'm coming around, so I'm already saying my prayers because y'all know I just ain't been able to deal with funerals and caskets a lot lately because of my own personal experiences and things that I've been going through. So I'm already praying for strength as I walk into this auditorium, you feel me? Even though I don't know him like that, but you don't want to see nobody in no casket, you feel me? And so as I'm going on who died? Oh my, Rich Home Quan. Okay, so as I'm going up to the viewing of the body or whatever, y'all, I promise y'all, I don't know who did that man fingernails, but I saw them fingernails before I even seen the pinky ring on his finger, and that was blinging. Them fingernails, they did a manicure on his hands. I ain't never seen before. That man's hand was, hold on. And I'm not playing. I had to go back and I said, girl, did you see his fingernail? She was like, yeah, did you see his ring, baby? I ain't talking about the ring. That was expected. I already knew he was going to be like that. I expected that. But I'm talking about when they had that boy like, look, oh, y'all know I couldn't wait. I got me one off. It was hanging. It was hurting me, too. So, look, all right. So, look, they had that boy hands laying like that. And I'm telling you, when I hit that, you could see them. They were, I don't know what kind of gloss, they were shining, they were sparkling. They was a regular manicure, you know, like see-through, wasn't no white or nothing on like that. It was clear. And you could, man, they did a good job. I don't know who did that boy hands. But them hands was looking like new money. And not to take away from the ring or whatever that was on here, right? He landed for left finger, left pinky finger, yeah, left pinky finger. But I don't know who did that manicure. But that's the most thing that got my attention at the whole thing because, you know, he famous, rich or whatever, so I expected the jury. I expected nothing but the best. Why would I expect nothing less? But I ain't expect that. I ain't never seen that. You feel me? So that be like, I know I told you I'd be looking at the darndest things, y'all. Forgive me, Lord. But yeah. So that's just what it is. And so it was a wonderful experience. DC Young Fly Can't be serious if serious was his middle name. When that boy got ready to walk to the stage, and see, that's another thing where the Boots and them was laughing at, because they could hear me talking under my breath. So, because y'all know my voice deep. So when he walking to do his presentation, you can see how he was walking. I said, look like he up to something. Look like he just up to, you know how somebody just, you can just tell they up finna come with some. And that's how he looked. I was like, he finna say something stupid. You feel me? And that's exactly what he did. Or whatever. But he did a good speech. He really did. He really did. He did a good speech. And I took my hat to him because of everything that he just recently went through with his family and baby mama and stuff like that. So I took my hat to him. Killer Mike did a good speech or whatever. The dad spoke highly of Quan, and the sister spoke highly of him. The best friend spoke highly of him. And it was that baby brother for me. It was that baby brother for me. And he made me cry. I almost had got through. He made me cry. When he said that, and see, why I celebrate, oh, y'all know I had a hater come write me a long paragraph too. I don't even know how long it was, because when I pushed continue, it was like 2-3 more paragraphs. I said, oh my God, I'm not finna read all this lady trying to tell me about being in danger and God saved my life and I should not. I don't know what she was talking about, I guess, because I was at a funeral or living my life that I've all been wrong or whatever she was talking about, or whatever the case may be, but that's neither here nor there with me or whatever. But, you know, to see a young, poor, black man come from nothing, and I didn't even know the extent of the background until they went to speaking on certain things, to see him accomplish all of this stuff, yeah, that's a celebration. And then they had letters from the mayors. They gave that boy a holiday and everything. Yesterday, they officially made Rich Homie Corn Day for Atlanta, Georgia. So that's a big accomplishment coming from nothing. I ain't trying to be funny, but some of us still at nothing right now. And some of us will never see the greatness or reach the heights that he has reached. And so that was an accomplishment at 34 years old. He paved the way for his family because that's what he stood on, family. And I respect that more than anything in the world because I feel him. And then when they at the funeral, they said about, you'll never understand unless you've been the head of a family. I understand. You'll never understand unless the family had to depend on you. I understand. You'll never understand unless you made sacrifices for your family. And I understand. And I also ask God to don't allow my sins to fall back on my children, to let me carry the load for my children. I understand. You feel me? So I understand the sacrifices of a family. I understand how it feels to be alone. When they were pushing him for sports, then he wanted to rap. I didn't know he created his own beats and music and stuff on a little pot with a stick and stuff. The little brother said, you know, the mama told them always to be together. When they got up to go to the bathroom, she said, go with your brother. And he was the big brother. He never understood that. But it was always them together. But I understand that. I understood that when I always had my girls together. Y'all, if you can't accept both, you can't accept none. They come as a package. They together. Don't bathe at nobody's house. Bathe when you get back. If you're about to get in the tub, don't get in the tub without your sister. You don't need nobody to help you do nothing. You don't need nobody to go to no bathroom or nothing with you. So I understand all of that. So if you just really look at the gist of the gist, because that was his career or his lifestyle or what he chose to do, but he was blessed with a talent. A lot of us just don't use our talent. We'll let our time pass us by. or we be too scared to step out on faith, or we be saying we don't belong there, or that'll never happen. That's why when I tell y'all, when y'all be praying these prayers, or when you be saying stuff to God, always make sure you know exactly what you're saying. And so when I say, Lord, make a way for me, go before me, and open up doors for me that no man can close. Lord, open up doors for me and put me in places they don't even expect me to be in. So I know exactly what I be saying. So when it come to pass, just like yesterday, because I wasn't supposed to be there, I wasn't even supposed to be in the building, let alone VIP up there with folks that, I'm just saying. But that was the unexpected. And I went I just went on a hope and a prayer that something was going to shake or come through. I ain't had no reservation. You feel me? I ain't had no ticket number. But God is good. He'll make a way. And that's when I tell you, you'll know when it's for you because it just fall into place. You don't have to do nothing extra. You don't have to go all out your way. You ain't got to plot and scheme. You ain't got to turn that in. You ain't got to turn that up. You ain't got to do all those things because it's going to already be lined up. You want to know why? Because you've been praying it for weeks. You've been praying it for months. It might not have come to pass when you thought it was going to come to pass, or when you wanted to come to pass, or how you wanted to come to pass. But if you trust the process, it'll come to pass. That's why I say be very mindful of the things that you say out your mouth. And the prayer, be very direct. Because he hear you, I promise he do. That's why I tell you, I be very direct, even with, because I'm always put God first. And even when I go to him and ask him for certain things that people might not feel like I should be asking him, I'm going to be very direct. Just like I asked him, I told him I want this, I want that, I want this, and the husband. But he allowed those things. I told him I want to be able to save this amount of money and still be working or whatever. I'm going to get out the game. He allowed me to save that amount of money. I'm the one that keep my promise. You feel me? I'm the one that wanted to still continue to do what I wanted to do after he had blessed me in my mess. Okay? After he had blessed me in my mess, I still couldn't even keep my promise. Not that bad. That bad. He done blessed you in your mess, and you still ain't gonna keep your end of the bargain. And he done gave you grace and mercy to carry you while you was in your mess to make it through. And you still ain't gonna keep your end of the bargain. You need to be set down. You need to. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. I ain't talking about nobody else. I don't talk about nobody but me on this app over here, on this page, on this line. But I already knew that y'all was gonna be tuned in, waiting on the facts or the do or whatever. And I had to tell y'all how I got there first, not just what happened when I was there, but I had to tell y'all who brought me there, how I got there, and how I even got in there. You feel me? So I have to tell the whole story, not just half of it, not just the part that y'all want to hear or the part that you want to see. You feel me? I got to tell about the goodness of all of it. So that was my experience with the funeral yesterday. That's my truth on how I got there. That's my truth on everything that I learned, seen, witnessed. And I have a spirit of discernment too, because I still had to ask God, because we have to ask God sometimes. Like, we know when we be put in these different situations, even if they bad, even if they good, even you still have to ask God, just like DC Young Fly said yesterday. Like, not why me, but because you can say why me, even in the good situations. Because how I get blessed like that? But Lord, what is your purpose? What do you want me to see out of this? What do you want me to learn out of this? Because if it ain't ever been no other time when I told y'all, I was taking my season back. I was taking my fresh start. I told y'all the season was finna change. It was a shift in the atmosphere. I told y'all I was claiming it. I was going to holler new beginning. I was going to holler PPP. I was going to holler everything until it came. And I was hollering it for 2.5 years. So I told y'all I stepped out on some crazy, stupid faith, like in the beginning. And I made sure that I worded it just like that because I went through hell after I got shot. Life after being shot was hell for me. It was hard. It was difficult. And there was a lot of times that I didn't think that I was going to make it. But God allowed me to go through that valley for a day such as this, for a time such as this, because you can't get to where you're trying to go if you don't go through the valley. He ain't going to just exalt you from 0 to 1,000 because you're going to get up there, you're going to get beside yourself, and you ain't going to know how to act. You're going to be brand new. You feel me? You're going to kill everything in the kingdom. As soon as your cycle come on, you're going to get mad. I'm sorry. But listen. So I had to go through that. But even in the midst of trying to pull myself back or trying to pull myself back out, trying to figure out, Lord, when this season going to end? Lord, when am I going to come out of this depression? When am I going to get my life back? Lord, why do things keep happening? But I still trust you. I still trust you. And I still put my PPP, I still pressed. I still prayed. And so in that, that's why I was telling y'all, I've been hollering, I know about a month, 2 months, I was telling y'all, it's a shift in the atmosphere. And when you're trying to change, that's when the devil will come in and try to fight you even harder. But see, I had already made up in my mind that this can't continue like this. This ain't gonna go like this. I don't care who come, who goes, who stay, who with me, who ain't with me, or nothing. I had my hardest struggles and my hardest battles during this time. I had 2 children walk out on me during this time. And that's okay. But God said, I will carry you. I will be your strength. It's your alone season. I need this time with you. I will restore that in my time. But right now, I need your undivided attention. So when you get ready to tell it, you gonna say it wasn't nobody but God that brought me through. Not God and my son, because that's why I said sometimes you can glorify things too much because God is a jealous God. And I always put on my post, I wouldn't have made it without Lonzo. Lonzo my rock. Lonzo been my everything. Lonzo been my backbone. Okay, you gonna praise Lonzo more than you praise me? I'm gonna pull Lonzo from you. I need that same energy that you giving Lonzo. Make them same posts about me. And so guess what? I restore that because he's my child to give you anyway. You just borrowing him. I will restore that in my time, but right now I need you to refocus because everything that you done went through since you done got shot in your face has affected you. It's affected your mental. It's affected your physical. You haven't took time out for you, not one time. You have allowed things that you would not have allowed if it wasn't for sacrifice or love. You have went against some of your very own principles for love or trying to make somebody else happy. And I don't need you to do that because if you going to stand, I need you to stand all the way. You can't be wavering trying to please me and others. It don't go like that. So guess what? I'm going to pull everything so you can focus on me and you can know that it was me, just like in the beginning. It was me. It wasn't me in the cocoa butter stick. It wasn't me in the aloe vera stick. It was God who closed my face, healed my hole all by himself. When I tried to interfere, I was convicted off the rip. That's why I was able to post that picture with that same cocoa butter stick. Because God ain't told me to use no cocoa butter stick on my face. So I was able to use it when my daughter had my first grandchild. That same cocoa butter stick. So it's blessed anyway. It's been marinated for over a year. It's been prayed over for over a year. But it wasn't for me and my face. Because this was God's job. That's why he said, what did I tell y'all? My healing, I never worry about my healing on the outside. I worry about my inside healing. And I said that was going to be my breakthrough, my blessing, my truth And my situations over everything that I've been through was going to make me whole. My truth and my healing was going to carry me. When I say you can sit back on the couch and tell your story, and I could literally sit back on the couch and tell my story and get paid for it. That's why God allowed the whole setup the way he did. We didn't understand why he said go live. We didn't know that it was going to spread across the nation. But I told y'all that it was God, and he did it for his reasons so that they could see that God was still in the blessing business, that it was God that did this. If you didn't think that it was a God and you talking about what your grandma said in 2000 BC and all that old junk, and I can't understand that, and he gave you a new millennium blessing. He gave you one that you'll understand. He took the hoodies of the hood. So get what? She understand their language. She ain't gonna be, even when my mouth was wired together, she ain't gonna be quiet. I couldn't get this girl to be quiet, and I done whooped her all kind of ways. So guess what? I know she ain't gonna be quiet. She gonna tell it. You feel me? So I'ma tell about the goodness and what he's done for me. So he already know I wasn't gonna be quiet. He already knew that I had been through hell and back, so I could relate. So yeah, I'ma use her. I'ma use the one they least expect. I'ma use the one that they count out. I'ma use the one that they say ain't gonna make it, ain't gonna never change. That's the one I'ma use. I'ma use her so she could be an example to others. And if she can make it, they can make it. If she could forgive somebody that's supposed to be loving on her, that done shot half of her face off and disfigure her, if she can forgive him and bury him, I can forgive. I can forgive. I can forgive. So he showed you that it was nothing too big or nothing too small. He just used me in this situation. Like I tell y'all all the time, I, Ebony, am flesh. I didn't want to do that either. I didn't have the strength to do that. I. But it wasn't about me. And it's never been. Well, you know, if y'all look at them pictures and y'all always go talking about my husband, but it's never been about what the eye can see on the surface. It's always about God. It's always about the goodness of God. When you look at that picture, you're supposed to see the power of forgiveness. Not like man, because we don't have that strength. We don't have that power. But like God. And so that's the whole outlook of anything that's coming from this page, this mouth, this journey. That's just what it is. And even though, like I said, it was a celebrity or, you know, the unexpected. But hey, me and my real butterfly have been sitting up here praying for the unexpected for months. We've been praying, trusting, and believing for months. We've been standing in the gap for months. Then, like I said, when the shift came, we added. Lord, order my steps. Go before me and open up doors that no man. We added that. All this stuff has been added. Lord, help me to be quiet. Even when I have so much to say. Lord, guard my tongue. Help me to be quiet even when I'm right. Help me to be quiet. We ask, Lord, thanks, but keeping my mind, even when I was down and out, even when I was going through my depression. Lord, I thank you for not letting the devil take over and play with me and ning me around like a puppet on a shoestring. Thank you, Lord, for giving me strength in my times of weakness. We added that. We added change. All it was at first from day one was thank you, Lord, for healing my, closing my heart. That's all it was. That's all it was for over a year. We just started adding stuff as they came along. Thank you, Lord, for not allowing the doctors to have to go back in and re-break my bone in my nose or move the plate from my eye so that my sinuses can drain. Because the doctors told me that they were going to have a surgery because I wasn't going to be able to breathe. But guess what? God is the only one that give breath. What you talking about? Re-break my bone and my... Is you crazy? Go over here playing with my eye. Baby, it's already do what it want to do. You ain't finna go over there. I'm not taking my chances playing with y'all like that. I'm going to take my 50-50 chances with God like I've been doing. Just like I did from day one. I did not allow the doctors to touch me no more. Ever since I woke up, God has been in control of my situation. So if I took my trust and my faith and stood out on faith, then I cannot let it waver. And that's what I'm standing on. I'm okay with the results. I'm okay with my outcome. I'm okay with my cocked eye. I'm okay with my twisted mouth. I'm okay with my sunken face. I'm okay. I got breath in my body. Look, when I woke up, I still remember my name. And yesterday, I still remember my children and my family. I ain't lost no memories. Some of them I want to lose, but I ain't lost no memories. I ain't lost no meal. I ain't lost no house. I ain't been put out. My lights ain't been out. My water ain't been out. They told me I was going to be 100% paralyzed. They told me my eye was gone. And all that. So don't listen to what man say. Man does not have the last say so. Regardless of what your situation is. Regardless of what your situation look like. And then the most important, because we get caught up in it, no matter what your situation feel like. Feelings are not facts. They change. And so guess what? What we think or what we see, who would imagine a big old hole in my face? That's why I said it might have been the forgiveness that made me whole. It might have been that 3-day fast that I just came off of when I asked God to hold the storm in the middle of a tornado for my grandson's birthday party. Hold the storm, Lord. It might have been me having to be quiet for 3 days that blessed me so gracefully through these doors. I don't know. But too much is given, much is required, and I make sacrifices that some people don't even know about. That's why I be saying, Lord, why is my road so rough? Why is my battle so tough? Why I ain't had my season? My saying, I know this ain't the greatest that you will have me. I know this ain't it. This it. You could have kept me on the hop. You could have let me went on the flat line. You should have left me dead. This it? No, this ain't it. God ain't brought me back for this to be it. Like I said, I just came out the lowest season of my life. The lowest season of my life. And it was after my grandma died. Because at least when I first got shot, I had my grandma, my prayer warrior, my best friend, my everything with me. Then I lost her on this journey. So things got a little rocky. My vision got a little blurry. And I lost myself. But along the way, I found myself again. And that was the whole mission. And that's the whole thing, to never give up. I don't care what you are going through. That's why he used me as an example. Yeah, I know my mouth. That's why he used me as an example. That's why he got me talking to y'all. That's why he got me showing y'all and telling y'all about everyday activities that go on. Everyday things that go on that shows him. He will show himself to you. If you search for him, he will show himself to you. Spend time in your word. Pray. I don't care what you look like on the outside or what people might think of you. You know your heart. You know your relationship with God. Can't nobody judge you. Ain't nobody got no heaven or hell to put you in. You work on your personal relationship with him, because you're going to have a one-on-one with him. Because when disaster strikes, boom, you might not have time to pray. You might not have time to pray. So stay prayed up. I tell y'all this faithfully. Stay prayed up. And put on your full armor. Because we are definitely under attack. And we do not fight against flesh and blood. We fight against spirits and principalities. And the only way to fight in that battle is through prayer and scripture. So that's why I try to give y'all some scripture every day. Y'all know we ain't got nothing now because I'm out of pocket and I'm finna hit the road. But I was going to wait till I got back home to go live. But now I wanted to go live while I was still here in the place. So when I was telling my testimony about us going to them folks' front door on a hope and a prayer, girl, I called this lady. I stay in Alabama. I ain't from up here. I'm all the way out of town, girl. I can't make this up. I'm at somebody else's house. I done went to these rental car folks and rented me a car like I got a clean, smooth confirmation number. Do you hear me? Got on this road, came up here like I was doing the right thing. That's when you have to step out boldly. And that's how, you know what I remember? In the beginning. See, I came out bold. I came out hard. I came out burying a person. I came out with all strength and might. I didn't get the devil time enough to jump on no situation. Because I came out with nothing but God gonna do this, God gonna do this. My God this, my God that. Because when he wouldn't let me, when I cried out and asked him to take me, that I did not want to fight this journey. I didn't want to fight this battle. I didn't want to fight this battle. And I heard my mama say I couldn't go. I knew from that moment on I was all right. God got this. Because you could have let me went on about my business. But you got a mission for me. You got something greater. It's you that kept me. It's you that brought me back. It's you that saved me. Like I told y'all, if I had any doubt, I don't doubt no more. I'm telling y'all, God, fact on everything. He is the whole thing. He the whole thing. He don't play on everything. Y'all see how he set that up, how he lined that up? Look, I was standing outside. Let me start this real fast. I was standing outside one of them times when I told y'all when I first met the lady, I was trying to get my video loaded, but the Wi-Fi was messing up. I stood outside 38 minutes to get that video loaded up for y'all. Anyway, so as I'm standing out there, it keep going off, reconnecting, reloading, all this, whatever. So the man in the front laughing or whatever. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, don't be laughing at me now. Don't make me call on my... Now I said, no, I ain't gonna call on him for the Wi-Fi. I ain't gonna call on him for the video now. I said, cause he'll come see about me now. He don't play now. You'll be amazed if don't know about phone work, but mine now don't play. You feel? And we be laughing, but it's nothing that's impossible for real. Because he can make anything just like he wanted to be. If he turned water into wine, he stopped the lady from bleeding all them years. He raised the dead. This stuff we read about, these old stories, you read. And then so, guess what? When I was laying in that hospital bed and found out I was waiting to be identified, guess what? He raised me from the dead. He woke me up throwing up blood. And so guess what? I said, the water must didn't do it when I had got baptized. He had to wash me in the blood, baby. He had to wash me in the blood. So when I was throwing up that blood, as I was being brought back to life, being cleansed and purged, as I was throwing up all the old, I was throwing up, see, that's how I look at it, that's my mess. See, y'all got to think big. Y'all got to put yourself in these realms. As I was throwing up all that old mess, because that old mess will perish. It's going to leave me. I will not be the same. I will not do the same. I will not live the same. I will not. Okay, so, look. So, as I'm throwing up all this blood and stuff like that, I told you I would hurt so bad. And I was sweating and everything. So I was doing like this because I was just like going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh. And so blood was all in my hair and stuff. I came home with blood matted in my head. I kept that same blood matted in my head because I had a hole in my face and I didn't know how to wash it or really think about washing it. I wear wigs all the time anyway. And so, get what? I wore that blood matting in my head every day on live until I got ready to bury my husband. That's when I went and got my hair washed and combed. But I said he washed me in the blood because the water wasn't strong enough for me. I was still doing what I wanted to do. It didn't work out well. So I'm going to wash her in the blood. She's going to be saved under grace and mercy. You feel me? I'm going to save her under grace and mercy because it's nothing so spectacular that she did. It's nothing so spectacular that she did that makes me want to save her or save her because he loves her so much. So he decided to save me. And so when I, like I said, I came home, I was going live and everything with the blood is still matted in my head. So I'm always reminded. I got on here. I didn't want to. Now, I didn't want to get on here every day like that. But I had to be obedient. God told me to go live in the hospital. I said, go live. What? I didn't even know how to go live. I had never been live on none of my pages. Never, ever been live. My followers taught me how to go live. My followers taught me how to make comments and pin stuff up. My followers taught me about Mark Zuckerman. I didn't come on here to get monetized or for money or nothing like this. I came on here because I had to be obedient. And God told me to go live at the hospital. So I'm like, go live at the hospital. I'm like, no. I'm like, go. This is the most embarrassing time of my life. I'm ugly. I'm humiliated. I'm at my lowest. I don't know what to say. Go live and do what? You feel me? I'm talking to Jesus. I'm talking to him. Because I'm not understanding what you're saying. But my understanding is not his understanding. But I had to be obedient. So I ended up pushing the button. I was cutting the lives off and look, talking and thinking I'm on live and one on live. Girl, all kinds of stuff. Y'all just playing music, baby. I had the music, baby. I had to have the gospel music in the background at first, girl, because my whole gall dropped on the live TV. On the live. Everything that I'm telling y'all about and everything that was witnessed, God made it available. So he cares. So we started laughing. I was about to panic that night, y'all. I promise I about to have nerve break. You can see my hands shaking. And everything that mess fell out. And you can see that big old hole and all that white meat in my insides. And then they had some of the plastic things right here. Y'all remember? It was right there. It was on the inside, though. And it had my nerve wrapped around it. So they had that marked. So if they had to go back in and have surgery, that they would know where my nerves was. But guess what? I was at the casino, the devil territory, and my grandma say, you going down there that old devil territory? I said, yeah, devil territory till you want some of the devil money. But I was at the casino, and the thing fell out on live. So everything that I was able to witness about God was allowed the people to see. They allowed the people to see with their own eyes. And so that fell out at the casino. And so just like I said, I was scheduled like 3 major surgeries before I had even left the hospital. But God started closing up my hole. He started closing up my hole, closing up my hole. And so I said I wasn't going to allow the doctors and stuff to do my face. That I was just going to keep trusting and believing in God. And I'd take my 50-50 chances with him. Clothing my face and healing me or whatever. So this whole process, I've just stuck with God. And I let God do his thing. Because God created me in his own image. And not that he created me one time. That nigga so fine. He recreated me again. The man recreated my face again. I still got my eyeball. I still got my nose. I still got my lip. I still, it might be sunk in, but it's still there. It stopped right there, right at my arm, right at my ear, or whatever. So God created me in his own image. Who am I to want to go in there? Oh, yes. I remember. It was a person commenting on the page. And I know they weren't being funny. But if y'all, you gonna know what I'm talking about. If y'all seen it, they said, sister, I haven't followed you in a while. Haven't seen you in a while. You are so beautiful. But why you didn't let them doctors put your fillers in while you was having surgery? Your face is too beautiful to be like that or something. And then at the end it was like, but I love you, beautiful. Right. So I just said, I'm okay with my face being like this. Because if I take my chances on trying to put a filler in to look better for who? Look better for who? The people? Myself? And I take my chances on trying to look cute. And they go in there and hit the wrong nerve. Now I'm messed up. They go in there and hit the wrong nerve. Now I'm back slobbing out the mouth. No, we're not going to do that. So I'm going to leave that alone. And then I told y'all, when I had to go against my grandmother before she died, because my grandma said the same thing. She said, when are you going to get that surgery? I was like, huh? And she was like, that ain't you. That ain't you. That just ain't you. And I said, well, Grandma, you know, I know what you're saying, but this is me. You know, this is me in my present time. This is how God wanted me to be at this time. So this is what I got to carry. This is what I got to wear. And so I seen that it was hurting my grandma. And so I actually stopped going over my grandma's house for a while. For a minute. I ain't going to say a while. For a minute. Because I realized that it was hurting her to see me. But then it was hurting both of us to be separated. You feel me? But, and I told my grandma then, I said, Grandma, you should be proud of me because you're the one who taught me about Jesus and put my faith in God. And I watched you for so many years. That's all you done stood on. So I'm gonna be all right here in this little gap. So I hope and pray, like I said, that my grandma was proud of me and pleased before she left. And so I showed her that my trust and my faith was going to rely on God. And if I had to go against my grandma, don't no other comment count. You feel me? Not being funny, but that was my whole heart. And I said 95 years old, and if I had to go against her, to allow her to even see my face or see her grandma before she left here, and ain't nothing. This how she left, this how it's going to be. That's it. That's all. And I'm all right with that. And I understand that I'm a beautiful lady or whatever. And I understand what y'all be saying, not being funny. And I do understand that. And I know that I probably would look better or whatever with my face filled in. But it's power in this scar, baby. There's a message in this scar. This scar is powerful. This scar alone is powerful, baby, because first of all, many people don't get shot in the face and live. That's number one. With an AK, thank you. I told y'all that man fine. Hey, listen. Hey, okay. That's number one. So, hey, then number two, you got brought back in your right mind with, you can't even really tell nothing happened to me. Besides that old raggedy mouth and that creaky eye. You feel me? I ain't missed a beat. I got out the hospital one day. I was driving the next day. I ain't missed taking no school, no children, no school. I ain't missed no birthday parties. I was here for my grandson, my first grandson. I was in the living room. Baby, who? Look, let me throw my hair back like them folks. This is power. This is blessing. This is a miracle. This God all by himself. Right there. If I ever want to see a picture, if you ever want to see a picture of forgiveness, look at the picture with the casket. If you ever want to see a picture of God, look at the picture. Look at the sky. See how powerful God is. See how good God is. You want them, they be saying, oh, you don't look like you depressed, or oh, you don't look like a drug addict, or oh, you don't look like, well, get what? We don't know what God look like. So this look like God working to me. This look like a little bit of God. I know what God look like. What he look like? He look like this. He look like power. Oh. Power in the name. Did y'all see when I did my, they did a special, segment for me and, Rich Homie, that music we was working on? Y'all seen it? Okay. All right. Yeah, because I had to bring my special microphone all the way up here. Yeah. Now, for y'all new people, please do not think that I'm serious. I have a little, this was sent to me by one of my followers because I'm always singing and playing with the microphone. So this is my own personal mic, so please don't take me serious on that part. But everything else, I'm dead serious. Okay? All right. Now, so with that, I shall. Now, look, I came here now, finish getting my bag ready. Y'all know I'm ready to go now. I'm up. I'm ready to go now. I got to get back. I got to keep my grandbaby today while my daughter go to work. I love it. Yeah. So, I'm getting my bag together, and I talked to y'all, gave y'all updates. I ain't got no scripture to give y'all. I see Miss Karen on here. Miss Karen, hit them with one. I know you got that daily devotion out. What did Queen have on? Okay, what did Quan? Oh, Quan had on all black. He had on all black. All black. Had a little white, white little shirt up under there, I'm guessing. That boy had on some Versace loafers, and how I know they were Versace, because you couldn't help but see the V. I'm just telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth right there. The boy had on some Versace loafer with the V's on them, the all black suit. And I told y'all he had that pinky ring on. And then I told they came and crowned him. Oh, he was so nice cut. He was so clean cut. They did a wonderful job. And I told my sister, I told her the same thing I said when I seen my husband in the casket. I said, damn, he looked good. I'm sorry, but that's what I said. And he did. He looked good. He looked good. He looked good, y'all. He looked good. He looked good. And I just looked at him. You feel me? And I don't care what nobody said. I don't know nothing about no rumors, no speculations. I don't know. I wasn't there. Can't nobody speak on that or whatever. But at the end of the day, what I see, what I feel in my heart is what he's always done. He made a sacrifice for his family. He made a sacrifice for his family. And he paved the way for his family. He's an icon. He's a legend. I'm just saying. They put on the thing. Oh, he got my obituary, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me go prop my phone back up. I did what I was finna say. I was finna tell y'all say something about the obituary, but made me say something. Okay. And it do say icon. Look, and he is an icon. He is an icon. The mail was there. They had letters from Camilla. They had letter or spoke from Obama. And then just like I told y'all, they made it a national holiday in Atlanta, Georgia yesterday. Rich Homie Quan Day. What y'all want to see? What y'all want to see? Baby, this thing do the longest funeral. I feel like Whitney Houston. I cried at Whitney Houston funeral too. I watched that on TV. I wasn't blessed enough to go there. But they tell y'all his history. And I'm talking about like, and it's a real nice obituary. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And so I did snap a few of these pictures out of the obituary. But I didn't snap the ones with him in his childhood and stuff. I snapped the ones with him and his daughter. But like his brother, his mama, people said special things. These like special. Yeah, these are him. And then this his childhood and stuff. Y'all look at him. I said, now he look like himself right there. He look just like that little big ass boy right there. But then my baby picture. And then some more pictures. But they did good, y'all. They really did. They really did. It was a lot of love shown from his family and stuff. You know, not being funny, but that's what I was for, the family, not for, you know. And it's the big rich homie, baby. Yeah, but it was real nice. It was real nice. And that's the front of it with the dates and stuff or whatever. So I got to keep this. I got to keep this. I guess I put it in one of the photo books or something with the birthday, with the children's birthday pictures and stuff. But yeah, so I forgot what I was saying before I started talking about the obituary, because I just showed y'all the obituary, but I know I'm gonna get ready to go. Sis! Okay, now let me see what else. Okay, I see that with it. Because I told y'all in the very, very beginning, I said, if y'all have some questions, then go on and write them or whatever. Did I or did I not? God is a good God. He wanted you there. Yeah, he wanted me there. He educated me and gave me the background of this young fella. He blessed me. He allowed me to see how my story has touched so many people from around the world, in high places, in low places, all around. It's no certain in the valley and up there. It has moved. You feel me? So that was a blessing to see so much love or whatever from the nation. So I thank God for that. Just like I told y'all before, I said, it be more people watching you than supporting you for real. Because even if you hang up a video, it might have 103 likes, but it already got 6,000 views. You feel me? Like 6,000 people that already viewed your video before I hang up, but only 100 people liked it. So you never know who's watching you. Which that's another thing that I want to speak on or whatever. Because the people of Atlanta or Georgia or whatever like that you would think that would pour out or be out there, your hometown, your family, your friends or people you know, they don't really support you like that. I have more strangers and meet more strangers along the way than people from my city or that knew me or known me. So that's a big thing. So don't try to impress nobody, because at the end of the day, it ain't even gonna matter. You feel me? It's not even gonna matter. So do what you need to do for you. Make sure you can always look in that mirror for your self-evaluation. Be able to look at self in that mirror and build your own one-on-one relationship with God. That's the only thing that's going to matter at the end of the day. Thank you for sharing. It was beautiful. I don't know a lot about rappers, but that was beautiful. That's okay. That's okay. And you don't have to look at him as a rapper, because that was something that he did. People do hair. They don't like, oh, she was a big hairstylist. People drive trucks. People do all kinds of stuff. That was his job. But he was a young man. A father, a son. Okay, look at him like that. He was a man. A young, talented man that was blessed along the way. God paved the way for him. He was destined for greatness. Sometimes you can't, that's why I say destined for greatness. You can't stop God's will. Yeah, I said that like that for a minute because I want that to sink in. That's why I started saying, let your will be done. If it's in your will, it will be done. Because when it's in God's will, you can't help it. It's just going to go like that. It doesn't matter what happens along the way. His will be done. And so that's why I say some things you had to go through. Some things were already, because everything was already wrote. Some things you had to go through in life. When you look at your bad stuff, will be like, I made this choice or I made this. No, God allowed those things to happen because it was already wrote. Some things you're going to have to go through in life. Some things you're going to have to go through in life. Good or bad. It's just how you go through these things, which I told y'all that before as well. You're still beautiful just the way you are, girl. We love you. I love you too. I know that I don't, it's too early to have me crying. What you crying about, Tammy? We been laughing, girl. Oh, I did shed a few tears. Them was in my moments. Them was in my real nigga moments. Them was in my moments. But we ain't crying. And if you is crying, they better be tears of joy. Tears of joy. Tears of overcoming. Tears of looking back on how God has brought you. How God has saved you. How God has kept you. It could have been me in that casket. It's a lot of stuff to be grateful and thankful for. That could have been me right there laying in that casket 2 years ago, but it wasn't. And I thank you, Lord, for allowing me the strength to even be at somebody else's funeral, because it could have been my funeral. In Jesus' name. Sister, I'm glad that you still here. Look, I just got through saying that. And I saw you calling me last night, baby, but you know, y'all know, Grandma, baby, there was a lot of excitement for Auntie yesterday. There was a lot of excitement for me yesterday, and then I was just overwhelmed and what you call it, flabbergasted or whatever you want to call it, baby. I think I was still floating because I was still shocked. And I told stuff last night when we was I did go eat some crab legs now. We went and got seafood. And came to the house and get what? Everybody was taking out their clothes, getting in the bed. We were tired. We got up the next morning, because we had to drive 45 minutes from here to get there. So we left, we got up like 4 something in the morning to get there. We up 4 something in the morning. I'm telling her, like, we got tickets. Hello, somebody. We still got to go back to that. I'm telling them to come on like we finna be late and ain't got now ticket the first. Just as crazy. Then I told her, I said, get what? So I said, you were going right with me too. You ain't say. She ain't say, girl, we ain't got no tickets. Or I ain't going out there with this. Baby, she was right with it. Everything I was with, she was with it. So I thank God for sending me a willing sister that trusted and believed in the madness. Now I call that a stunt. That's a stunt. Ebony would have pulled. That's a stunt. If Ebony would have pulled it. Keep the faith, keep the faith, keep the faith. Big hugs sent to you. Oh, yes, send me some hugs, send me some prayers. Don't never stop praying for me, girl. Don't never stop praying for me. Girl, thank you. I needed this so much today. Okay, well, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. As long as somebody get a message, that's all I need is one person to get a message or a word that they need to hear, because sometimes you need a right now message or a right now deliverance or some right now help, because we be praying and trusting and believing in God. Okay, but while I'm waiting on you, hey, this don't look good. This don't feel good. Or while I'm waiting, can you send me a sign or something? You know, send me a little help along the way, you know. Put some gas in the can and bring it to me or something. Put a spout on the tie till you get my real tie. Help me a little bit. Okay, right. So, I'm sorry for leaving this comment here. I saw your page here. You're a fraud. You're a troll. Look, my butterfly said trolls. You're a troll. We don't want to be your friend. We don't take friend requests over here. This is an open page, baby. We don't want to be your friend. No. We ain't got no friends anyway. We family. Just like I told them people outside, don't, y'all know you're not a follower. You're not a fan. You my family. We family over here. I'm regular. I'm normal. Just like y'all. That's how people are. Everybody is regular people. Some people just got blessed to be in different positions and they go Hollywood and all this stuff. But you was regular. Everybody. So I'm big on that. I'm big on that. So no, don't never, if you ever meet me or see me, don't never do the fan thing with me. Just say, hey sis, you'll get my attention more quicker. Like that. I promise. Go ahead, Ebony. You talking that morning, sister. Oh. Well, thank you, love. Thank you. Woo, Ebony, you had me in tears. Oh, don't you cry. You better be crying. Tears of joy. You are awesome. I thank God for you, my sister. I thank God for you, too. Come on, preach. Oh, and then I tell y'all, too, without a test, ain't no testimony. Without, then you don't know what your faith is until you've been put in a situation where God has to test your faith. Faith ain't faith until it's been tested. I tell y'all that, too. Good morning, Queen. Okay, I guess y'all didn't really, I see the comment. I guess y'all didn't really have no questions. Yes, I follow you through your journey. Oh, thank you, Miss Frida Neal. Oh, Lord, I ain't do my roll call this morning. What's up, brother? You out there roll now? Oh, today Wednesday. What we gonna call this, y'all? Wonderful Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. What we gonna call it? God is going to take you to a greater heights. Oh, yeah, he's going to bless you beyond anything you couldn't imagine. I'm so happy. And I'm so happy, too. And I'm so excited. And I'm so ready for it. And I know he is. Because guess what? God wants to exalt us. And he wants us to live comfortable and better. And so guess what? I haven't reached my greatest peak because I haven't even reached my greatest self. I had to go back and find myself. So I went down some notches. Okay? I went down some notches. I was talking about me. I ain't talking about y'all because I know all y'all got y'all stuff together. You feel me? But I went down some notches. So I gotta do some work to even get back level from that. You feel me? So once I get level, then yeah, God is gonna take me to a greater height. And guess what? I know my greatest is yet to come. I ain't seen my greatness yet. I haven't walked into that yet. But it's coming. That's why I told y'all, don't miss this season. Don't miss this season. I know y'all getting out them sweaters, them jackets. Y'all getting ready for the winter time. Well, get ready for the winter time in your life. Get ready for the season to change in your life. Don't get stuck in this same old season. Don't get left behind. Move forward. That's why we say new beginnings. New beginnings. New beginnings. Starting every day fresh. Every day fresh. With new grace and mercy. Because you didn't wore that out yesterday. You didn't wore that out now. God will bless you to get up again today. Thank him for waking you up this morning, because it was not the alarm clock and one of them dogs outside eating. So thank him for waking you up, giving you new grace and mercy, and shielding and protecting you and carrying you on throughout your day. Help me to walk into places. No, let me do my prayer. Let me do my thing. Well, we do the prayer. And I say, and Lord, that's after we put on full armor. And you're going to take the Lord with you wherever you go, right? And then you ask God to go before me. Go before me so that the way is already paved out. I ain't got to do nothing but walk into it. Go before me and open up doors for me that no man can close. Open up doors for me in places where they don't even expect me to be, where they think that I'm unqualified to be. Open up doors for me, Lord. And I'm trusting and believing all these things will be done. And if it's in your will, let your will be done. Amen. That's it. That's all. And that be my little prayer. And that's what he do. And so I say this out loud. We have said this daily, weekly, monthly. So don't get left behind. I don't want nobody left behind, lost in the sauce. I try to break stuff down to the lowest of the lowest of the lowest of the low. That's why I guess I'm the interpreter. I'm the middleman interpreter for God's message and his word to make it plain and clear so we can see the goodness of God. So guess what? We see new, we have new, we want new, we start new. Every day fresh, that's right. Every day fresh. Now I love y'all, and I'm finna get ready. And I will talk to y'all later. I want y'all to take the Lord with you. And the rest will follow. Put on your full armor. And I know I said this before, but I'm going to tell you again because some of y'all be forgetting. To put on your full armor. Because we are definitely under attack. But we don't fight against flesh and blood. So stop trying to fight your brother, your sister, the girl next door. You know what I'm talking about? That's not your real enemy. The real enemy is the one that's coming in trying to destroy your family, trying to stop your finances, block your blessings, the one that's causing your children to roar up at you, the one that's causing all this friction because he's on his job. And his job is to kill, steal, and destroy. And he on his job. So we got to be on ours. So put on that armor. And the only way to fight in that battle is through prayer and scripture. And you might not know no scripture right now. So just pray. And praying ain't never talking to God. So talk to God. Talk to God with an understanding. Talk to God with an open heart and an open mind. An honest heart and an honest mind. Because guess what? He already know. He already know. He already know. Everything. Everything. So go on and talk to him. But he wants you to be open and honest. Come to him with a genuine and secure heart. A genuine heart. Now with that, I share. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Whatever you're going through, whatever may come your way, yep, I stay humble and I kept the faith. Yeah, but their humbleness they start getting on my nerves. I said, Lord, they pushing it. They pushing it. They pushing it. And I said, Lord, now you got to handle it and you got to do something. You told me to give it to you, but my nerves getting bad. I feel like my mouth want to open. I want to say something. There's nothing too small or too big to ask God for. Okay. You're bad, just the way you are. Don't listen to the haters. I don't listen to no haters. I was just letting them know. Because some people might not know. And some people do be getting on here and be saying what happened to your face and stuff like that. Because it was a few, because they was new and they don't follow me. So just like I said, it comes up on their timeline. So they just see this person with this, something happened. You feel me? And so that's all they see. They don't know me. They don't know my story. So they might be a little confused. So that's why I made sure that I broke it down for the new people. Yes, I learned along the way. I learned a lot along this journey. I learned a lot along the way with this. I learned a lot along the way after I got shot. I learned a lot along the way after I had to pray and be quiet. I learned a lot on the way even traveling up here. I learned a lot yesterday. I learned a lot. And yes, I am a witness of God. And I guess that's why my road already paved the way it is. I guess that's why I had to go through everything I went through, so I can be here to tell y'all something today. I guess that's why. Because if I hadn't went through it, I wouldn't be able to relate to it. If I hadn't went through it, I wouldn't have been able to talk to you about it. If I hadn't went through it, I couldn't say you feel me. Because you don't feel me. Because you ain't never been there. But I have. So I guess that's why he picked me. You feel me? So I guess that's why. I had to go through. I had to suffer through some things. I had to learn some things. I had to see some things. I had to witness some things. I had to be put in some situations. I had to move out the way. I had to stop talking so much. I had to get out the way because God was trying to fix everything that Ebony had created, or Ebony had put her hands on and messed up, or Ebony getting away herself, or Ebony always wanted to do something. He keeps trying to tell you to get out the way. I don't need your help. If you can fix it, if you can fix your situation, it probably would be fixed. If you can fix your situation or change it, I'm tired of it, I'm tired of that, and you could change it, you would, but you can't. So that's where the trust and the faith comes from above, because we can't change our situation, but we always want to keep putting it in there. Just like I told y'all for the birthday party, I started coming up with a backup plan. I start calling around. Hey, baby, hey. I done did enough. I need to go have a seat. I ain't asked you for your help. Just like when they stole my truck and God allowed me to get it back the next day. When God said, I ain't need your help when I let them take it. I don't need your help in getting it back. Get out the way, baby. Go to work. Go sit down. Trust the process and let me do my thing. You keep wanting to put your hands on something. I don't know who that message for, who need to hear that, but get out the way. Get out the way. That's it. That's all. And I'm going to close with that. Get out the way. We got to take the focus off of us. And I have been on this phone, TV, and literally gave you, I know, over 5 examples of when I had to move, when I woke up in the hospital, when they told me about all these things, about planning my grandson's party in the middle of a tornado, about when my mouth was crooked and they told me surgery. I don't have control over that. So I have told y'all numerous of times how I have to get out the way. And so you have to get out the way as well. Get out the way and take your hand up out of that situation. It's not yours to handle. The battle is not yours. It's the Lord. And when you give him something, you can't pick it back up. Take your hands up off of it. If you're trusting and believing on him to do it, you can't pick it back up. You can't touch it. You can't fumble with it. Get up out of there. If you're going to give it to him and leave it alone. But don't give it to him and keep trying to fix it too. So I love y'all. Have a blessed day and wonderful week.